Tactics. You're just sad it has no name. It's just, because it's one of the older bounties. I didn't update the image that it has. It gives it a name. You got mega random. Ooh, ooh. Wish me luck. Go ahead. So they said they were gonna go for holy victory. Favorite arena for the first time ever. What, trushing is fine. You can trush. That's fine. You have you're asking. I'm glad you asked, but that's one of the tricks. You can trush and castle drop. All right, chat. Grath salutes for the Grath uninterruptible power supply, which just once again saved the stream. And Grath salutes for Jacredible, who is the one who donated it originally. I just had a power flicker here. We're going to be around 1,400 elo this time, guys. And on Mega Random, Finwelf has gone with the Spanish. Opponent is the Malians. Get your channel points predictions in now.
MemTV just showed up with breakfast. I mean 408 pathetic humans.
Steve, don't call them pathetic humans. Ignore Steve, guys. He's just an evil, malevolent robot that I've powered with ChatGPT. That is a huge raid. Stop. Overlay. Stop it. Stop being broken, overlay. Thank you. Sometimes I gotta whack it.
Okay, we all go together or we go one at a time.
Stop it, overlay.
Parkour, parkour!
Temporarily disabling memes, guys, just because my computer's struggling. And I want it to drop after the big raid. Mem, thank you very much for the massive raid. Thank you very much, guys. We are doing something wild and wacky and crazy today, okay? So I'm pulling people out of my chat. I'm making them play ranked 1v1s. And they have to try and complete one of these bounties. And if they do, they get $20 US. We just actually had a claimed bounty last game. This time, the player Finwelf has chosen to go for Holy Victory. And we are around 1,500 elo. I think we're high 1,400s. And the game just started, so your timing is perfect. Capture age a second to kick in here. I think it crashed in the wake of all the overlay situation. Let's go here.
TV is following.
Yeah, let's go. Flurko with the follow. Thank you very much. Dude, Mem, I hope you had a good stream. Thank you very much. Our current player is Finwelf. So Finwelf in green here will be the person attempting the bounty. We'll get him changed to blue. There we go. And playing as the Spanish. So, let me get the bounty on screen updated as well. It is one of these ones. One moment while I get my overlays adjusted. There's actually also a prediction running. So if you're quick, I think you can still hop in the channel point prediction. If you came over from the raid, you might have to refresh or take the little raid and just go to my stream out of the thing at the top in the address bar.
No Steve, no low buff deep fried dish.
There we go. So the name of this bounty is Holy Victory, and the goal is to win having only produced monks. And Finwelf here has chosen the Spanish. So you can still drop towers, you can still build castles, but you're not allowed to like make militia or anything from any of your military buildings. Only monks. And Finwelf said in chat that he was going to try and favorite arena, but he ended up on Mega Random instead. And we have a delightfully bizarre Mega Random spawn. It looks like there's actually some deep fish. We'll see if either player actually bothers to dock. I don't know if the deep fish will actually be scoutable. Well, if you run right to the edge, you might be able to see the deep fish. This would be scoutable. Blue scouting looks like this right now. We're still pretty early, only 3.5 minutes in. So yeah, if you guys like AoE 2, we're doing some wacky wild stuff. You can take a shot at it yourself. Every game, there's new people that we pull out of chat. So you can sign up between games and take a shot right after this one if you think you can do one of the bounties. If you join my Discord, you can see the list of the bounties that we're doing today. Also, partway through, we're gonna update it completely and try some team game bounties for the first time ever. And that's what we're doing today. And thanks again, Mem, for the raid. Mega random fish spawn is abysmal. Is really worth it. This would be worth it though, isn't it? I guess it depends where you could build the dock. Two deep fish is worth docking. Yep, I think one deep fish is almost worth docking, isn't it? Because you get the extra workers, and you can just turn them into fish traps after. Looks like players didn't start with a scout. They started with a Bactrian camel. How you doing, Maggie? So a lot of these are really, really, really difficult. Sometimes we'll have 5 or 6 or even 7 attempts before a player even gets close. If you want to see some of the other attempts that people have made on my YouTube channel, there's a bunch, including, I think one went up on my YouTube that was by Survivalist today. Today or yesterday.
Monday?
One of the attempts that Survivalist made at one of the bounties. So we've had some high elo attempts. I think there's a couple by Saps on my YouTube as well. So there are some 2K players that have taken some shots at this, and we've had some low elo wins, some high elo wins, mid elo wins. I try to make the challenges equally difficult for all elos. It can be hard to think of good ones. And of course, half the battle. Thanks, Super Curbs. Appreciate it. Totally lost my train of thought. What were we talking about? Andolph Man is going to build a barracks here. So the Malian player in the south gets extra pierce armor on their infantry. For each age, and is going to go with the barracks here in the lead up to feudal age. I don't think it's going to be for infantry, even though we've gone up at 22, 23 pop. I think it's going to be straight archers.
See?
Bidwelf looks like he's going to tower. In Spanish, they get faster building as one of their bonuses, so they're able to construct buildings faster. So a tower rush could be good, especially on this map where a couple towers around the base. And you might even be able to completely shut red off from any decent wood, as there is some straggler trees around the TC. There's a bit bounty difficulty.
Monday?
It's difficult for all. The idea is that around somewhere between 1 in 10 and 2 in 10 of the times someone can complete the bounty. So it's really, really hard, but not impossible. Half the battle is beating the opponent. You're only going to win about 50% of the games on the ladder, right?
See?
We'll keep an eye on Red's line of sight. Man, a tower here is going to do so much damage. And Blue knows. Problem is Red. Ooh, Red's taking the hunt at such a bad time. Instantly comes out to fight the tower. And now it's a bit of a disaster for Blue as the jig is up. We're not going to be able to switch into forward ranges or something like that. We're going to have to try and drop the tower. We are going to get it down because we're Spanish, though. Red's going to come around. We need some critical quick walls and micro here, and this is still open, and Blue is just going to abandon the whole thing again. Blue is full sprint back again. And what Blue should have done, guys, is built a first tower somewhere up here. And this should have been the second tower that was built. Because then you can use the first tower to support your first tower, or support the main tower. Ooh, the Red's just camping their camel right under the TC of Blue. And down it goes. If Finwelf wins without monks and just towers, that's big brain. I try to leave some wiggle room so that people can be innovative and creative with the way they win. It's gonna be hard to win just with towers, though. That's hard too. That could be its own bounty. Win only. I think we had that as a bounty. Win without making any military units was already a bounty.
See?
I should have made it. You have to make at least one monk. That way the game can't end in feudal age from a tower rush.
Mande. Servidor.
So far, this is fine.
Presto.
Tower has not done the damage that it could have, though. Red's actually going to run up. See, now, if we'd had the tower here, Red can't really do that, can they? Instead, now we have scouts that have come out. Red able to properly support this defense now. Remember, if you think you can do better, every game we pull a new person from chat. Although one time last week, oh yeah, you can't do 2 bounty attempts in a row. You have to take a break. So if you get so Vinwolf can't enter the next bounty attempt. He has to wait one game. Because we had JoJo last week, I think. We had a player last week that had like 4 bounty attempts in a row. The wheel just was like, we ended up doing math on the odds, and it was like 1 in like 30,000 chance of it happening.
Sí. Mande. Presto.
But that's enough for me.
Servidor.
This time you get 1 bounty attempt, then you gotta take a break and let someone else take a crack at it. So if you guys think you can do any better, just stick around. Finwell, though, it still looks okay. He's actually getting ready for a castle age click up behind this. Andolfman's scouts are gonna delay the up a lot. We also have not been really good about getting our farms down quickly. It's minute 14, minute 15 almost, and we only have 8 farms down. Finwell has 4, even though we're tower rushing. Until that mill's built, technically we have like the same number of farms. Finwell's eco, it's not that bad. I think are we missing a blacksmith? Did we never build a blacksmith? We need a blacksmith. We need one just for fletching. Although I guess it hasn't factored into the war. Ooh, interesting farm location there from Red. It's going forwards with these scouts now.
Sí.
Neither player is docked, by the way. Deep fish going completely ignored. And like Red definitely knows it. Or is that blue? Pardon me, that's blue. Blue definitely knows about the deep fish.
Servidora.
Presto.
Quick reaction from Finwelf is going to save those vills. And we really need a better wood line, and we don't have a decent one. Like this is okay, but it's difficult to micro in and out of. That is a lot of idle vills for Finwelf, in addition to the idle villagers here. And Red has 2 gold piles to take care of, and we've only towered 1 of them. Red hasn't even bothered with a counter tower yet. Towering is difficult. It's not an easy strat to pull off.
Servidor. Sí. Servidor.
Finwolf's Castle Age ClickUp, though. Really impressive behind all this.
Presto.
Eco KD, by the way, up to this point was 0. That's the first Vill that's gone down, despite all the scouts running around Finwell's base. Finwell should just spam this stone, right? And put down some small walls.
Mande.
And just take short distance all. Like, you just full send the stone. And then castle drop with the forward tower vills. And make some monks. The issue with making monks, of course, is that Andolfman has chosen to go on make a ton of scouts. Counter tower on the gold. Red's got another gold though. It's like a main gold too. We lost 1 main gold, but we have a second one. Red does have a better eco. These farms in particular being undisturbed. Yo, DJ Kimco, how you doing? Why did my overlays all potato when mem raided? I swear to God, raids like do something weird to streams. It's like the fact that you're suddenly sending the signal out to like more people or something makes Makes your computer work harder. It's really weird. It doesn't make any sense what I just said, but that's what it feels like. Emma Stonewall says, oh, I thought it was going to be something about stonewalling with all the stone we have. We don't have enough for a castle yet, though. Would have been nice to have already started getting a castle down before our opponent hits castle, because we are Spanish. We get those faster builders. And we're going to get a monk. Where's the monk? Is it forwards? Forward monastery. Finwelf is making a monk. And also looks like red has almost got enough stone for a castle. So a defensive castle right here might be in the works for red. Finwelf desperately needs another 100 stone. Red will drop a defensive castle before blue starts theirs going up. And now we've overchopped. The scouts are going to get in and get maybe 4 vills here. As even a reaction from blue might not save them. We lose 2 for sure. Blue does finally have a castle going up. It's not in a great spot, but it should go up. Red's army out of position, but sniping vills, so. Handoff man now with the 7 vill lead. And the monk. Red's got to delete that. Red's got to delete that. Ooh, we just gave away a free knight. Red's got to be careful. Early knight conversions can snowball real fast. He should bring the scouts back to snipe the monks. They've done a ton of damage forwards already. We don't need to keep pressuring. They're just going to get picked off by the TC or something at this point. Another conversion. We need another conversion. Oh, boy, do we need another conversion. Converted military units are so precious for Finwelf, who's not allowed to produce any. What a great tower. Oh, I love this tower. The only way it could be better is if it was somehow, like, in range of the castle. But still, a great tower. Timing is impeccable. It's going to take out a ton of res from red. Red is going to continue to try to counter raid with a camel and a light cav. Or not even a light cav. It's still just a scout cavalry. And we got ourselves a messy game.
Monday?
Good for the player going for the holy victory.
See?
I love bounties. Pretty sure Leary did this in a tournament, made monks and holy ships. Okay, but if the castle goes up, Finwelf could be in trouble. That is definitely a concern. We need to send the monk forward now, but I don't think we have a conversion left, do we? We need the monk to push the villagers off the castle. I don't think we can do it, guys. I think red will successfully get that castle up to defend most of their base.
Servidor.
It's okay, because once Holy Victory is ever done, I'm replacing it with the same thing, but with siege weapons. Only allowed to make siege. Is there a point in this tower? It's not in range of this one. It should be here. Towers need to be friends. The pack of towers survives, but the lone tower dies. And we're going to lose all of our forward villas. Kind of falling apart here for Finwelf, who needs to be making conks and can't. And the opponent is going to get the point, I think, eventually. Ooh, we might get a camel, though. I guess that counts as a Vill snipe, right? Oh, a garrison that... Okay, big brain from Finwelf, who sat the monk still so that the castle would hit the light cab there. Red sending their own Vills forward. They threw me to the towers. I came back leading the pack. Castle here would be mean. castle here would be mean too. Probably even catch a bit of the hill still. You're getting Inquisition, which, as I recall, makes conversions faster. The lack of conks must be confusing red, surely. It's too bad because conks would probably normally end this game for blue at this point. Because you make like 3 conks and you send them to the woodline before this TC goes up, right? 4 vills not enough. Yeah, but blue doesn't know what's going up. Like, I agree, especially against the Spanish, 4 vills is not enough to build a forwards castle. But if your opponent doesn't know that it's going up, then you can get away with it. Blue opting for a defensive monastery now. Finwelf trying to keep that tower alive that's holding red off of the additional stone. There is other stone to take. This is a very resource-laden map.
Monday?
That's such a nice raid from Mem. Thank you so much, Mem. Thank you guys for sticking around and giving the content a chance. I'm very proud about it. Bounties are lots of fun.
See?
It's low-key. It's like, generally, it's like kind of chilling and relaxing and goofy. And then sometimes it gets really intense. In like hilariously fun ways. Because most of the time you kind of go in expecting the person to not do it. Like, you don't expect the person to win, usually. So if you see it happening, it's kind of like, oh! Instant excitement. So I love it. Ooh, the monks came up here. We moved some monks up here. Where's redemption, right? We don't have any gold is our next issue. Get on gold, Finwell. You need lots of gold for a monks.
Monday? Servidor.
Delete the farms! Delete the farms with the vills! Delete the farms with the vills. Yeah! No, you gotta right-click them on, though. Sometimes you have to spam right. Oh, he's gonna go for a tower instead. Okay. That's a bad call. Do we have... We almost have our conversions back on these monks. Conversions time. There's Gebetto coming in and raiding blue at the same time. He lost that tower. Light Cav here to clean up the 4 monks. Oh, no. And Finwelf calls GG. That was a good attempt, though. That was a good attempt. And this should give you... This gives you an idea just that how difficult this can be. But also, I feel like a castle here, or some more castles maybe, or more towers even, and we had some potential. This is harder than it seemed like. Yep, they're not easy. They are not meant to be easy. That's a pretty significant eco hurdle to overcome. Finwolf, if you'd gone to water, you would have won. The opponent didn't go to water. You could have just owned a water eco. And then your opponent would be like, how can I pressure that which has no food? 2 issues where dude went for scouts. Yeah, he made 8 scouts in Dark Age, or Feudal Age. Not much you can do there. Win in Dark Age was the easiest? Probably, yep. Because you can spam militia, which is basically what the opponent, what Chopsticks ended up doing. This is a good shot, though. This is a good shot. This is why you got to come early to the bounty stream, so you can get the low-hanging bounties. Chopsticks, by the way, if you're still watching, I sent you an IOU. You can let me know if you want what you want. I'm happy doing anything. I'm sure you know. If you guys want to take a shot at a bounty, you can type !ticket right now, and I will put your name on this wheel and rotate it. And if you get picked, you can pick one of the bounties to try and complete. So if you want to take a shot, type !ticket. Your name will show up at the top of the screen, and DJ Cal will pop up and say
Another one.
Another one. Finwell, if you have to wait 1 round to go again. You just have to wait 1 round, okay?
Another one.
You can't go 2 rounds in a row, but you're welcome to come back and make more attempts after the next game. Yep. Sorry, Emperor Alisson. I appreciate it. After JoJo had 4 games in a row last week, I was like, that's enough. I don't have a problem doing one person 4 times in one day, but 4 times in a row makes it seem less accessible to the new people coming in. So want everybody to get a chance to get on. Anybody else? If you think you can do any of these bounties, there's no catches. You just want like your game cast. It's a good opportunity just to have that. As I'll take a peek at some of the stuff that you do. Otherwise, I'm going to close it up in a second here. Last call, closing up the wheel. I'll squeeze you on, Mike. Lakin, thank you very much. Welcome to Bounties. I'm Uncle Jimmy. Yeah, thanks, Uncle Jimmy. Gurus Tobby Boofus is a frequent bounty challenger. Does he have a claimed bounty? Hold on. Do we have a claimed bounty by Gurus? Yeah, he's got one. He's got build a wall that touches both starting town centers. One of the crazier bounties that we've ever had. Gurus managed to complete. Gurus, do you know which bounty you are going to attempt? I'll get you ready on the spec dashboard, and then you can go ahead and queue up. Now, you can only do one bounty at a time this week, Gurus, just so you know. Lakin Phantomet. It's an interesting name. Or is it Lac un Fantome?
Gurus Toby Bufus, you have been selected by the wheel. Gurus Toby Bufus.
He's gonna go for the Doubt Castles one. That's the okay. So he attempted this one 2 weeks ago during the last bounties. Doing the Lord's work is the title of the bounty. He has to win with 2 unfinished castles over 75% completion within sight of your opponent. They have to be alive at the end of the match. A lot of these bounties were thought of by Emma Stonewall, as one of my mods in chat. I think this was one of them. This was yours, right, Emma? I think this was one of Emma's. If I get enough people asking me to shuffle the bounties, I can do that too. I have some other ones, I think, like hiding in places. And we can also switch over to try some team game bounties at some point too. I'm going to assume Gurus is in queue already or on the way. If you guys have never been in the stream before, you might see some of the stuff popping up on screen. I'm doing my best to keep the costs regulated so it doesn't take over the stream, but it's still fun for chat to react with. But I'll give a quick explanation for the new people that might be here. If this is your first time on the channel, is this you? Well, good news, Jimmy, because
Another one.
I've got an explanation that shows you exactly how this channel works. All you gotta do is click down here on Wheeler's Sack. Scroll through the list of available memes, pick the one you want to see pop up on screen, and click. And you can react to whatever's happening on screen. Isn't that great, Jimmy? But wait, there's more. No, actually, no, that's about it. Memes by Gravrang.
Another one.
Wipe yourself off, man. You dead.
I was just talking about the music. We are 800 followers away from 10,000. Almost 700. I think the bounties and the show matches are the keys because there's nothing else like this. I don't even know if there's anything else like this on Twitch.
Hoxmot is following.
The closest is when some rich dude in like one of the pro players' chats is like, "Hey, do this and I'll give you $1,000." But there's not really anything where like if you're like a player, you can just like show up and like win money just playing the game, man. Like, I just trying to make stuff that like if I was a viewer, I would want so bad. You got a mega random. That might be perfect. That was what you had last time you almost got it done. And that's still like the best attempt we had. Thank you for the follow, Hawksmut. Doing the Lord's work can be easy. Yeah, you have to win the game and then just keep some stone in the bank. Like just dominate a game. Like play really, really well. Dominate a game. And then have a bunch of stone in the bank. Franks would make it the easiest. They're the Incas, right? Because of the cheap castles. So you can just like bank 900 stone in like mid-imp. And then when it looks like you're about to win, build them close. You understand us viewers. I am a viewer. I like Age of Empires 2. To the point where even when it frustrates me so much and I yell about it and I have people ranting about how terrible a person I am on Reddit, or it makes me a worse person because I'm frustrated, or people are mad at me that I play it so much, I'm still here doing this shit. It's so much fun. We got a game. Started 28 seconds ago. I will get the spec delay caught up for us as quickly as it will allow us to. We've got 60-ish seconds, 60 seconds, 75 seconds till we're live. We're going to be around 1680 elo. Players are within 2 elo of each other. And Gurus has gone to as the Franks. His opponent will be the Hindustanis. And I will run a channel points prediction. You guys will be able to win some memes to set off, maybe.
Do a barrel roll.
All right, channel point prediction is running. And like I said, stick around. We're going to try and do some team game bounties, I think, in a bit. Around the 4-hour, 5-hour mark in stream. It's like 2 hours from now. Hold on one more time. This is going to YouTube probably. Welcome back, everybody. This is another bounty attempt. Today we are going to have Gurus Tabi Bufus attempting to the bounty called Doing the Lord's Work, named after the pro player Doubt, known for his aggressive castles that are often left uncompleted. In this case, Gurus Tabi Bufus is going to have to build 2 castles and leave them at 75% completion. So they are have to be left incomplete. They have to be kept alive, and Gurus has to win.
Prêt.
He does. He'll get $20 US. He's going to be in the West playing in red as the Franks. His opponent in blue is going to be Conde Calcukill. Calcukill? playing as the Hindustanis, which are a pretty solid counter to Franks, quite honestly. Between their camels, which, what do they do? Extra damage or something? Faster attack? I don't remember. Extra damage to buildings, I think. They have camels. They have good camels. Imperial camels, that's what it is. They get the fully upgraded Imperial camels, which will eat Paladin and Cavalier and anything that the Frank can make, realistically, other than Halb. And if they do go Halb, well, guess what? The Hindustanis, they have their extra range hand cannons. So kind of a tough matchup for the Franks. Get your channel points predictions in Twitch chat. Who you think is going to win? Can we have Scandinavia at home? Scandinavia at home. This actually kind of looks like a better Scandinavia. Maybe if the deep fish was a bit better. But this kind of looks like an improved Scandinavia. It's more like a thick Arabia spawn. Like a runestonesy type Arabia spawn mixed with Scandinavia. With the Scandinavia known for having two kind of strips of water at either side of the map. Which we have in this case. Red is going to have forward gold on a hill, rear stone, forward berries, forward stone, forward gold. Oh man, that is an ugly map. We do have one rear gold, well, two rear golds here actually. And a trapped relic and a close relic. Blue is going to have 3 close relics. This one's sort of close to red too, actually. Maybe this one. Actually, you know what? Red? Relics are weird this map. We've got 4 kind of close-ish relics to red. Blue has 3. Wait, blue has 4 too. There's how many relics are there? There's 8 relics on this map. Whoa. Whoa there. Both players are docking.
Adesh. Cafe.
Cafe?
It's a lot on wood for Gurus. Berries forward players also started with Bactrian camels. That's the second mega random spawn in a row we've had with a Bactrian camel scout spawn. Wow, a lot of channel points predictions flying around. 27 to 32k. What? That's crazy. Gurus always makes really valiant attempts at the bounty. Like, he will try to do the bounty no matter what. He's like, I'm not even going... He basically won't even really try to win the game if he can't do the bounty. Like, he prioritizes the bounty. It kind of works. Like, he gets repeatedly close to winning games and doing the bounty. Like, closer than a lot of the people that make attempts. It's a hard thing to do.
Okay.
Everyone that comes back going, man, that was the hardest game I've ever played, or like, that was such a frustrating game, or that was such a hard game.
Adesh. Namaste.
By the way, I apologize, everybody in Twitch chat. I'm gonna have to run an ad for the non-subs. Twitch has got me in a vice here. I'm gonna run it right this second so you miss as little as possible. And please feel free to remind me about ads between games, guys. I apologize.
Hey.
Oui.
If you're on YouTube, take this time to go down and write a comment down below about how sweet it is to watch things on YouTube. Maybe you'll convince some of my Twitch chat to come over somehow.
Okay.
I don't think it works that way, but a man can dream. Fishing ships are just about equal. We do have like a half a village of idle time from Gurus Tabi Bufus. So far, pretty bog standard play, as to be expected.
3-scar FAC3 has been drinking brand juice for 5 months on insane 111.
Let's go!
Jesus Christ. What is wrong with you?
Let the man not have his ad, Steve. Scarface, thank you very much for the prime. There's a cricket that's trapped in my basement, and every time I say anything and there's any silence, all I hear is... it's really getting to me. trying to ignore it, but I just feel like all of my jokes are unfunny no matter what I say now. You're wondering why there's 8 ads that run, by the way? People who can't hear me talk about this. So that I have the maximum amount of time before I have to run the ads again. So I run them into one big block instead of interrupting every like 20 minutes, which would suck. There's really no good solution. Man versus lot. Okay, man wins. I don't know how accurate that is to real life, but man wins. I like how the Bactrian camels like waddle. Look at the hump going back and forth. Look at it go. It needs a sound effect. Gurus is pretty much walled. Yeah, we're walled. Blue's got a potato wall, but does have 2 trapped stone piles. No real good trapped gold, though. If Gurus were to apply some pressure with some ranged units, it might work. He's going to sneak a dock. It looks like Blue's considering the same thing. They have their camel that they sent down here. I don't see a Vil on its way, though. So Red's going to pressure. Blue has no idea that this is going on. The outpost is nice, though. Thank you to everybody who sat through the ads, and I apologize again. Spear here from Conde Calcakill is getting a peek at the walls of Gurus. So let's take a peek at the scouting and see what Conde can see. This outpost might save the day for Blue because they'll be able to see the fire galleys coming, maybe. So they are kind of fishing the wrong side. To use this as any kind of warning device, because Red will just fire in the galleys in a second and wipe up all of the fishing from Blue. Blue is angling towards a castle age click up. Red, I think, is way overcommitting to water. Blue will lose all the fishing ships. I don't think they're going to try and reclaim it. I think they're going to go up to Castle Age and then just try and kill and destroy. Maybe just add expansion at that point. Yep, no counter galleys of any kind. We're just going to put a market down. That'll be our second building and we'll be on our way up. This is way too many fire galleys. If we're gonna do this, we better take water and use it. Like, we better not just, like, kill Blue's fish. We better, like, use the water that we're taking. Like, we need to get some fishing ships going. Enough with the fire galleys. Oh my goodness, way too many fire galleys from Gurus. Way too many. We do not need 7 fire galleys. Am I right or am I right? There we go. Fishing ships. That's better. If we use this water, that's fine. There's enough food to justify even everything we've done. All 7 fire galleys could be paid for by winning the water. Blue pretty much is going to have to, like, go crazy with siege here, I think. I think the onus is on Blue to apply pressure, because if they try to boom, then they'll lose against, like, the galleys. If the galleys are being used by Gurus properly. Gurus will see the market and the smith. Not that it's going to give them much idea of what to expect. We are gathering the stone. This is pretty bad for blue. What is this? That's the camel. Yeah, TC's blue's best option here. If we're going to give up water, then we better try to add some eco. And it's going to be maybe a castle drop from Gurus. I wonder if he'll do one legit castle drop first. Tricky game state here for Gurus. He needs to manipulate things into a position where he'll win, but not to the point where his opponent thinks that they can't win. This is going to be tricky because Gurus is in a conventionally winning position at this point. Right? Forward castle drop. Make some knights, game ends. Right? There's nothing happening, Kev. What are we awing about? You're flexing. Oh, I see. Monks. That's probably a good idea with all these relics. The question is, guys, is this going to be one of the completed castles or one of the incompleted castles? I got my money on the incompleted because I think Gurus is just going to go for the bounty. Here's what I think he's going to do. He's going to build this castle, leave it at 75%, spam knights, right? Or I guess maybe in this case, monks. I don't know. I don't know the mind of Gurus. What do you think he's up to, you guys? You think he's going to finish this castle? He might. He kind of needs to keep the game within reach. I think you make this castle, and then you spam knights, and then you build your 2 unfinished castles after. Oh, he's going to leave it! 75%! Abandoning it. And he's going to drop the second one. He's going for the double fake out with the castle drop right now. Do it. Do it, Gurus. The ironic thing is that if both of these castles went up, the game would just end. Gurus can at least feel good that he would have won this game. Because Blue's doing nothing. Blue is full potato here. Blue is the potatoiest potato that ever potatoed a potato right at the moment, quite honestly. Yeah, these are going to be Gurus's 2 castles that now, okay, so now what he needs to do is make 2 more castles to protect the unfinished castles. Siege Workshop, let's go. Okay, we got an 87%er and a 75%er. Now, last time Gurus made the mistake of building a building next to one of his castles, and then the villagers finished the unfinished castle when he wasn't paying attention. Gurus! Gurus! No! This guy. You got to be careful with those around those unfinished castles. Vills really want to finish them. All right. Well, I think Gurus is in a great position. He needs a 3rd castle for sure, right here. No. I actually think this is a good call. I think this is the right call. I kind of, maybe this one should have been built from the beginning. But Gurus will need a forward castle to deal with his opponent once he's an imp. So I think that's the right call, guys. I think now you go and you build the second unfinished one. Blue can definitely see the unfinished one.
It's still good. It's still good.
It's good.
I know.
Look, he can build another one, guys. He's going to need trebs. Blue has quite an eco behind this, too, so I don't know that Gurus is in the clear. The relics are definitely a key part of this plan. And the fact that he's on Mega Random and has 8 relics he can capture. Like, he really needs to pick up these other, like, 3 and just... I guess Blue has 2 of them, doesn't he? Blue managed to grab a pair of relics. Ooh, we're going to lose a monk, maybe? Oh, grabbing the relics is a great idea. Another 4 vills here for Gurus and constant gold income. And he should probably switch to help. Okay, Gurus, you got to build another unfinished castle. Yeah. And now he has to win. So can Gurus win from this position? It'll be rough, but I think it's possible. I think he's got to go Halbs and make some onagers to deal with the hand cannons. Geez, you know what? We could maybe go archers. He's gonna go camels. Or pardon me, cav archers. But he's gonna go camels. Gurus, you gotta pick the, oh, it's 73, 74, 75, 74.6. There we go. You can do it, Gurus. You can do it, Gurus. He's feeding his Treb at the moment to the castle. Run. Run, Trebuchet, run. Vil will save it. We're going to get another Treb out. Blue has to be wildly confused as to the nature of the 2 unbuilt castles at the front of his base. And we'll double check and make sure, yep, those are both visible. Gurus in about as good of a position as he could have hoped for. And he'll build this castle. That castle will get built and is a necessary one for sure. Honestly, the Blue is... I don't want to say Blue is throwing. But I don't know what the f*** they're doing. It's almost like they're paralyzed out of going camel bit by the monks. Or the fear of halbs or something. But they haven't made any archery ranges for hand cannons. They have 3 stables from which they're only making light cav for some bizarre reason. And Gurus is in an excellent position here. And yeah, Gurus can just make halb, and I think he's got this game, guys. Even with the 30 vills back. I think he might have this. The unbuilt castles get destroyed, then the bounty is they have to be alive when you win. Quick walls from Gurus. Again, you got to be careful that we don't finish that castle, Gurus.
Okay. Oui.
Light Cav are going to try to dive the Trebs. Blue loses their internal castle. We might get 1 or 2 of these trebuchets. I don't think we're going to get more than 2, though. If we garrison the Ville to the castle, we might be able to save more. We're going to get a second Treb. Blue only has 1 other castle. Let's go kill that castle. The unbuilt castle foundation. Oh, no! Oh, no! It's happening again! No, 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 no! No, 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 no! No, 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 no! No! Okay, but now the unbuilt castles are being trebbed. The unbuilt castles are being trebbed, and Gurus might have to build another unbuilt castle. The castle foundation is getting attacked. This Treb is exposed. I think Gurus can make this happen, but it's getting rough here. And the task of it's like keeping the built castle repaired. Blue's surely confused by the unbuilt castle foundations. We managed to save that Treb with 3 vills repairing it. Dude, we're gonna lose. We lost the castles. We're gonna lose this foundation too. Gurus is in trouble. Yeah, you can't repair the unbuilt castles. You can only build them more. Now, Gurus has enough stone in the bank that I think he should focus on winning. And then just keep a bunch of vills forwards to try and spam 2 castles down. Do Franks get treadmill crane? Never thought I'd be asking that question in a ranked game. Do Franks get treadmill crane, guys? Who knows? Someone do the exclamation mark get command on treadmill crane for Franks. Because I don't know off the top of my head. Franks lost treadmill. I see. Probably for the best. Well, now we're losing all of our castles. Now, Gurus still has 2,000 stone in the bank, so it's not the end of the world. Thanks, Viscarius. Gurus might lose, only if he refuses to make halbs much longer. And remember what I told you, Gurus's bounty attempts are always good. Guaranteed quality entertainment when Gurus is making a bounty attempt. Because he goes for it. I don't know if he ever doesn't get... He always gets close. Even in the games that he loses, the bounties, he always gets close. Golems? Wait, how do Golems do against throwing axemen? It looks like they might do okay. Now, there is a secret way of beating this bounty, which is that if you can build castles in places that your opponent can see, but I mean, I guess maybe if they're attacking your castles when they win, you could win on the technicality, right? I think he will leave this one. He's going to finish these. I don't blame him. I think he needs these now. We might have a long game in store here, guys. Blue sat back on their economy and waited until they had the army composition. They have, oh, this is open. Ooh, it's open, Gurus. It's open. Ooh, it's open.
Hello? Yes?
Quick walls from Gurus aren't quite keeping the Hussar out.
Okay.
And they managed to break in. Bill's going down here for Gurus in his eco. Finally, the first eco hit that he's really taken. I mean, he's got lots of res in the back. He's losing all of his forward castles. Oof. I wonder if Blue saw the unfinished castles as a insulting flex. I don't know if Gurus can spin this back around. He's got halbs spamming out. Halbs. Hussar. Hussar everywhere. Conde Calcikill says, please. Please what? Please what? Bro, the game's not over. If it's over, kill him. Finish the job. Don't just expect your opponent to roll over and let you kill them. Ever. Now we're getting there. We're under 100 pop now. Now we're getting there. Gurus wants to do his halb switch.
I'm in danger.
Gurus doesn't see anything that can counter Halberdier on the field, except save the Golems, and they aren't going to do a great job. And he wants to spam his halbs out and see if he can make this comeback.
You can resign again.
Bruh.
So far past GG. If the halbs don't clear this, maybe. Now it's GG. Yeah. Gurus, you tried. He's gonna clear Red's army, guys. Maybe. Or he's gonna kill Blue's army. 12 halbs to 15 Hussar and 19 Golems. Blue, you have what, 100 more villagers, but they're busy accumulating resources that you're not using. Attack better, Blue. If I'm being honest, Blue did not play great this game at all. Gurus Tabi Bufus played excellently, almost pulled it off. In my opinion, Blue played full potato. And they only won because Gurus was trying to do the bounty. If Gurus was trying to win the game, he would have dummied blue completely. Those castles, they would have just gone up and the game would have ended. I think the key for Gurus, as insane as it may have been, would have been to finish those 2 forward castles and then try and build 2 more in his opponent's base. And that may actually have done it. Which in retrospect is easy to call, but in the middle of the game, there's no way you're going to make that decision unless you decide to do it on a whim. What did Blue say? Blue said, please, 105. And then Gurus said, he did say he was nice at least. He did say please. Hey, Shark. But GG, well play. That was a fun one. Gurus's bounty attempts, always quality. Always quality. Ooh, interesting thing we're going to look at in this game. Is Blue with the more eco APM and Gurus with the more military APM. Still translating to a blue victory. Shark AoE asks, what are bounties? So the way this works for Shark or anyone who is new here is every game I pull someone out of chat and they can attempt one of these 5 bounties. So they just queue up for a ranked 1v1. The opponent, in theory, ideally has no idea that they're going to be facing an opponent doing a bounty attempt. And you just have to win your ranked 1v1 game while doing one of these crazy tasks. So it's nice and simple. It's lots of fun. And if you do, you get $20 US. So let's do another one. I'm going to open up the wheel right this second. Exclamation mark ticket if you want to take a shot at one of these bounties and get your name up on the wheel.
Another one.
Of Grath.
Another one. Another one.
I'll keep the bounties on screen for anybody that's hesitant or not sure if they're going to do it. Those are the 5 bounties we're doing right now. And if you don't get picked, stick around because after every game, another chance for people out of the chat to get picked. I was about to type Wheel of Gurus. Would I get a rusty rating? I don't know. If you could still queue up for, as long as you can queue up for ranked 1v1. No smurfing. But if you're rusty, if you haven't played the game in 6 months and you queue up, then whatever, that's fine. You might be in a good position. I think Wooden Empire actually might be the secret easiest one here, guys. I think you go Arena, Wooden Empire, and then you go Saracens. Or you go Saracens and then gather just a ton of stone on your way up to Feudal Age. Like take every villager and gather stone and then sell all of it. All right, I'm closing up the wheel. I'm turning on the bounty music. Douche seems easy win. We had someone do the win in Dark Age with a TC drop. And we're going to get another attempt from the master bounty claimer, Chopsticks. Maver won. If I'd seen you, I would have squeezed you on. Now, Chopsticks has claimed several bounties before, including Win Without Military, Win in Dark Age, and Win Without Win on Arena in Feudal Age. So he has done some of the... What do I want you to do? Which bounty do I want? I want Wooden Empire. No one's done that one yet. That's that guy, the famous guy. Greg. I'm glad y'all think I'm famous. All right, Chopstick says he's going to do the Wooden Empire one. Yay! I just want variety, so that's perfect. Chopsticks has 3 bounties. And I think we've done this 5 times, and he's got a plant bounty 3 times. Can I see the claim bounties for a second? Sure. I'll get chopsticks on the spec dashboard. You guys can see some of the claim bounties we've had in the past. Chop, you go and queue up whenever. How do you get food? I highly recommend the Saracens. Can he get relics?
Bot_WW is following.
What's the wording of the bounty say? The only gathered resource. Yes, he can get relics. Monkey got a nice what? Deleting the walls on Arena? You played as Goths too. Bod WW, thank you very much for the follow. You got something in mind, but you can't get gold. These days, that's the point. Saracens is literally the only option that I can see. Maybe you could do like a Khmer FC. I think a Khmer FC could work too. The monastery gathers gold. No. You're not gathering gold. You're accumulating gold using the monastery. The market gathers resources for other resources. No. I would exclude the monasteries just to make something possible. I think Mega Random might be your best hope for that reason alone. Because if you get like the map like we had last map where there's 8 relics, you might be able to survive. Or Kawasan? Is Kawasan still on the map pool? For ranked 1v1? With all the relics in the center? That might work too. But then you have to avoid taking all the berries. I don't know. Aztecs with the extra relics would be crazy too, yeah. Alright, I've got the game. Oh, wrong button. I want Jimmy there. What I want is that. There we go. Persians also have, yeah, they have pure wood crossbows. So if you can make it to Castle Age as the Persians, maybe get all of your resources other than wood just before you hit Feudal Age. Like, be ready for a Castle Age click up. Just have like a super long Dark Age. Or Japanese Shark. I think Japanese men-at-arms could be the way to do it too. That was the thing I was trying to not say. Is I think the easiest way to do the Wooden Empire is actually going to be playing as the Japanese. I think you just go Japanese men-at-arms. Because you can get all the wood and food and gold and upgrades that you need, but then Feudal Age and you just send all the wood and then just totally 100% make like 5 men-at-arms, Japanese men-at-arms, and just focus on microing them and do nothing else. And if you play 10 games in a row like that, you'll win one. I guarantee it. Men-at-arms is so OP for Japanese. All right, but chopsticks here. I'm going to get the ELO. I'm going to get the overlay set up here. We're at 10,020 ELO is Chopsticks' opponent. He's going to be 10,020. Or, pardon me, 10,007. And we are back with more bounties here at twitch.tv/Grathrang. If you are watching on YouTube, come over, check out the bounties live as they happen. They're super fun and interesting to watch live. Sundays is like some of the best back-to-back-to-back action. For a lot of times on Twitch, there's tons of downtime. With the bounties, it's generally like bounty happens, analyze game in like less than 2 minutes, pull new person out of chat in less than 2 minutes, maybe run an ad between games. Maybe sometimes, and then new game starts within 2 minutes of them getting a ranked game. So you're talking about less than 5 minutes downtime between games. It's the closest you'll get to watching YouTube on Twitch. I'm really proud of the bounties days, just in terms of the tightness of the content. So Chopsticks here in the Northwest has gone with the Khmer. He's going with the Khmer. Let's fucking go. I'm actually pumped to shit about Chopsticks going in the Khmer route. His opponent, Mr. Bad Muffins, is playing as the Mayans. Why Khmer? You can get all the way to Castle Age on the resources you gather in Dark Age. That's why. So I think Chopsticks' thinking might be to go Khmer. The problem is once you hit Castle Age, once you hit Feudal Age, you can't get food anymore. That's the biggest issue. So then what's your play from there? At that point, you're just going to be trying to sell, right? Do you go for a super long Dark Age as the Khmer? Do you go like 30 pop Dark Age in walls? And then fast castle and make like 8 knights? And then sell at the market for everything else?
Super Monkey Car 3000.
Ooh, tier 3! Tier 3! Tier 3 sub! Let's go, Super Monkey. One of the founders of the channel. Thank you very much. Want them to raid your first 3 nights. Dude, Super Monkey Car with 43 months, man. 43. We're coming up on 4 years for some of these guys that have been supporting me. I can't even believe we've been hanging out for that long in Twitch, man. You guys are amazing. Super Monkey Car, you're awesome. Thank you. Go to Imp as Vietnamese. Tissue Paper Cat Bat says Super Monkey Car is a noob.
Bruh.
I think he has this. I think he has more months than you, Tissue. Tissue. Super Monkey Car has 1 more month subscribed than you. How does that make you feel, Tissue Paper? He's one of the few. Yeah. There's some true OGs in my chat right now. Shark's been around since like April of 2022, as I recall. Glad you guys are here. This is fun. This is fun shit. I love Sundays, man. Oh, predictions. Thanks, Daddy Champ. Appreciate it. Juris did not claim the bounty, and I'll get one running for this game. It's gonna be. We're gonna run it for 2 minutes here.
To shreds, you say? Well, how is his wife holding up? To shreds, you say?
All right, you guys got 2 minutes to get your channel points predictions in. I'll go over the map layout real quickly while that runs. Chopsticks will have the rear gold and rear stone, forward berries here, and extra resources way off to the side that might be fairly wallable. Not that any of that will be mattering. Chopsticks stays going up on 17 pop. He's going up on 17 pop. Why? Scouts? Towers? Uku drops in about once a week still and says some stuff. He watches all the time. I think he's watching right now. I don't want to call him out if he is. Ooh, he's not. I'm actually stunned. He's literally always here. Oh, nothing happened to him. Hugo's amazing. But Shark, it might be if you do watch time. If you do Jordan AOE, if you change your name. Okay, so we can no longer gather. We've hit Feudal Age. We can no longer gather any resources.
We don't need some Harvard doctor to tell us who's alive and who's dead. I decided to make sure that our dead were completely dead. Out of kindness.
Well, it looks like Chopstick's plan is forward archers? Forward archers and sell is Chopstick's plans. Now remember, the only resource he can gather Chopsticks! For the love of God! He's full YOLO archer play as the Khmer here. That's his plan. Full YOLO archer play. It might work. Jordan, I haven't banned you in a long time. The plan clearly is to market for everything that we need. And he's not even going to... He is not bothering. He is not bothering to build anything tonight. My brain is just... That's my brain right now. He's not bothering to make any vills. He's full focused on getting... does he have fletching? He's got fletching. He's got 3 archers. And he's up against a 1,000 elo opponent. He's got 3 archers in his opponent's base at 12 minutes. That might be all he needs. Red is going to need to throw down a tower here. And there it is. And if we can... Man, if we had just been a little bit more precise. And then the opposite thing is that we can come in on the other side and hit archers on the other side. Critical fight here. Good thinking from Red to throw down. Let's get some vills. Get some vills, Chopsticks. And if we force Red off the tower, oh man. If we can deny this tower, we won't deny it, but we can camp the archers underneath and deny the gold. And then bring the archers in on the other side, or more archers. We could swing all the way down and around if we wanted to. His opponent is getting skirms out. You know, this early archer play might have something to it. I was not expecting this. This might actually work. I think Chop should try this as the Saracens. Chopsticks is dangerous, yes. I'm not sure how he isn't 2k elo yet, to be honest. The way he plays sometimes. Ooh, this could be GG. I bet Red calls GG. If we take out some, if we get like 4 vills here, Red will call GG. Wow. Big plays from Chopsticks. Get that weak Vil. Get that weak Vil. Get the weak Vil. Shoot the weak Vil. She got 1 HP. She got 1 HP. Oh my god. That could have been so much worse. Just full on, just selling wood for gold. We're fine. We're making lots of archers. We probably could have even got a 3rd range down. I think if you're gonna go full all in on the archers like this, you don't even need. I think you make a 3rd range. The biggest problem for Chops, obviously, is that he is the diminishing return on wood. So this strategy falls off. And of course, he can't really counter the skirms without getting a food upgrade, and he can't get food without buying. It's just not great. Market price is right there, Shark. He has sold everything already, so he's already sold his stone. Well, skirms don't have fletching or defense. He could just out-micro them. Unfortunate. Yeah, if the opponent didn't have all rear res, this would be a lot more doable. The thing is, 9 skirms are going to counter the archers without really good micro. Pretty critical palisade that went down there from Mr. Bad Muffins, but that's probably the mode of ingress Chop should aim for. Either that or over here. This is probably better. Win with wood as the only gathered resource after reaching feudal age is the challenge again. The game might be over, unfortunately, here for Chops, who is making a scout. He is going to add a scout. There's nothing to stop him from adding the scout. Didn't push the Tatty Rush enough. No, I don't think so. The skirms are too high. I agree. He would need like 2 or 3 scouts probably to clear that skirm mass. Plus now the Mayan player feels confident in adding archers. They're going to be going up the Castle Age in a second. And then that's it. Can buy towers. A tower over here and the archer push on this side may have shut it down. Or if he had forwarded Vils with this.
Shot it.
This is a rough challenge. I feel like this one's doable. I feel like if I would want to take a crack at this as the Saracens. Because I feel like the Saracens can make this happen. I think you go 3 ranges exactly the if you do almost everything chopsticks here. You do like 18 or 19 pop up, push all your deer, get up at super early fuel age, drop 3 ranges right away. I think I think as the Saracens though, with this challenge in mind, you would full send everything to stone and then build lumber camps off of the stone mining vills until you hit feudal age, something like that. If you don't go feudal, does it count? Yep, you could turn this into a Dark Age only challenge if you really felt like it. But that's my thinking was that was going to be one of the harder ones to do. But Chopsticks did that one today already. So I mean, sometimes the best way to beat the challenge is to do something very that just happens to also that it's like a good strategy that happens to also complete your challenge. Chopsticks is one of the better claimants we've had for bounties. He's won the no military challenge. He's won win on feudal in arena. He's done some of the he's really good at doing off meta stuff, like exceeding even in his show matches. His games are all off meta games. If he could ever get up to like 2K, he'd be one of the more entertaining players in my opinion. That's a long way to go and something to ask, but he's got a very unique play style for sure. He makes the cheese work. I feel like this is easier. I feel like some of the challenges are easier at low elo and some of them are harder at low elo because of the unpredictable nature of your opponents and that sometimes they'll go off meta. Chops is trying to take good fights here, but Red knows all they have to do is hold. They're probably looking at the score, looking at all of their opponents' early military and getting it wiped up. And I think this one's it for Chopsticks. He calls GG. This was a great attempt. Genuine great attempt by Chopsticks. What he needed was some archers here and some archers here. Oh, maybe not there because of the tower. Maybe if he had villagers come forwards. Where is it? These vills should have come forwards and dropped the tower with the archers, I think. I think that would have won the game. Or if they towered here while this was happening. Or if we'd sent like 2 archers here while all this is happening, maybe. Persian douche could do this challenge too, yep. There are definitely a wide variety of ways to complete this challenge. Thinking about how to beat the challenge is half the thing, and then deciding what the best strategy is and trying to take advantage of little breaks in the wording. I love all of it. I love every aspect of it. Look at the APM! Look at the holy we got 1,000 elo with 51 APM! Blazing speed! Insane. Hey, best part about bounties, guys, is there are lots of them. Best part about bounty days. Let's go back to the bounty board. And I'm going to open the wheel up once again. Exclamation mark, ticket. If you want a spot on the wheel to take a shot at one of these bounties.
Another one.
You've already had one bounty claim today, actually by Chopsticks in an earlier game.
Another one. Another
one. They might seem hard, but they are not impossible.
And another one.
Okay, we all go together or we go one at a time.
It's Mangonel military unit, yes.
Parkour,
So are monks.
Another one.
Andy, come on. Yeah!
The nomadic, how does it work? You have to do that.
Niece Alamai says was Adolf Hitler